I was stood at a gun counter in Austin and watched the same names get repeated, like nobody even needed to think anymore. Different guys, different budgets, same guns, same rhythm, like the market had already made the decision for them. And I felt myself sliding into it too, because when something keeps getting asked for, you start treating momentum like proof. These weren't just selling well. They were taking over the counter, the conversations, and half the receipts. So I grabbed the 5 that keep showing up, whether you like it or not, and ran one simple filter on them. After the honeymoon wore off, did it still feel honest? Or did it start making you negotiate with yourself? Not online, real life. In the truck, at the range, on a bad day when you don't feel like giving a gun a second chance. And one of these kept getting recommended with a straight face. And I couldn't figure out if I was missing something or everybody else was. Last week, I leaned on that counter and I didn't even have to look up anymore. I could hear the question coming before they finished asking it. What's moving right now? And the answer kept landing the same way, like it wasn't even a recommendation anymore. FN 509 Tactical. Not once. Over and over. Like guys were walking in, already halfway decided. They weren't shopping. They were confirming. I didn't trust that kind of momentum, so I took it straight to the range. Rushed strings, sloppy reloads, cheap ammo, the kind of shooting where your grip shifts and your brain gets lazy and you start blaming the gun for your own mess. And it didn't give me anything to blame. It stayed boring, it ran clean, it didn't start asking for attention halfway through. But the tactical part pulls people in for the setup more than the work. I've watched guys buy it because it looks like the serious answer, then never run it hard enough to justify the whole idea. It just never sat right with me. How one of the most asked for names on the counter right now can sell that hard? And how many of those buyers are buying the gun versus buying the story that comes with it? Later, I walked into an indoor range, and before I even checked in, I heard it twice. Y'all got the macro to rent? Not what do you recommend? Just a name. Like everybody already agreed. And it wasn't sitting there waiting. It stayed checked out. One guy hovered near the rental desk. Another kept staring at the door every time someone came back with a case. People treated that rental like the step right before the purchase. When it finally landed in my hands, I didn't give it a warm-up. Cold start. One mag, fast strings. The kind of quick run where you find out if a gun settles, or if you're only excited because the room told you to be. It settled. It felt like it took decisions out of the process, and I saw why it kept pulling people in. But I watched the same pattern right after. Guys rented it, grinned, then started listing changes before they even owned one. Holster, comp, fix this, tune, that. Like the answer still came with homework. It kept moving. I just don't know if it's selling because it earned it or because it's the easiest yes in that building on that day. And the next one, that one didn't need a rental line at all. It sold on one thing people couldn't stop repeating. I started noticing the 43 XMOS the same way you notice a song you don't even like. And it keeps showing up anyway. Scroll a local listing page for 5 minutes and you'll see one pop up, usually with the same exact language. 43 MOS. Low rounds comes with extras, and then it's gone. Not sold by next week. Gone like you missed it. The comments pile up fast, the DMs turn into a dogfight, and the seller hits that quiet line everybody hates reading. Pending. Used ones don't sit long enough to be debated. It isn't just popular, it's liquid. People buy it with that comfort in their chest because they already know they can move it if they change their mind. That makes it the easiest yes on the board, but it also keeps cycling back around. I see the same setup come back with a different guy's hands in the photo. Like the gun didn't do anything wrong. Like it just didn't live up to the promise people attached to it. Didn't fit me, going a different direction. Clean wording for disappointment. So it keeps selling in hours while still coming back. Earlier this month, I stopped by my buddy's shop just to talk for a minute, and I ended up standing in the holster aisle longer than I meant to. Most of the pegs had stuff hanging. Normal. Then I hit the Hellcat Pro section, and it looked like somebody had already cleaned it out. Bare metal hooks. paper tags still clipped on, one lonely universal nylon holster hanging there like a joke. I didn't even ask. My buddy saw where I was looking and just said, "Hellcat Pro stuff doesn't stay." Like that sentence had already been used up 100 times. His phone buzzed on the counter, and he didn't even pick it up right away. He smirked and said, "Same call." I picked up the display Hellcat Pro and did the quick beltline check in the mirror. I got it. It's the kind of gun that makes people feel like they finally chose the right answer. The one you can buy and stop thinking, but I've watched guys buy it on momentum, then come back chasing comfort. Different holster, different grip, different carry position. Not because the gun's trash, because it didn't fit their day the way the hype fit their head. Next one sells even when nobody has anything hanging on a peg for it. A few days back, I went looking for a used M and P 9 2.0 compact on purpose. Not browsing, not window shopping. I wanted to see if the market treated it like all the other best sellers that keep boomeranging back onto the used racks. First stop, used case. Plenty of the usual rotation, stuff people had to have for 2 months, stuff that looked barely touched, but no M and P compact. Not even the sad, overpriced one that's been sitting there forever. Just nothing. So I checked the other place people go when they're trying to be slick about it. Local listings, same story. You'd see a post pop up, then you'd see it disappear, and all you'd catch was that tiny aftertaste. Sold, or the listing just gone like it never existed. Then I got the only explanation I trust because it wasn't dressed up. A guy I know just said, "Those don't make it to the wall." That's the whole thing. It sells new, and it doesn't come back used in any steady way. People land on it and keep it. The downside is it's not flashy, so most folks ignore it until they can't find one. What stuck with me wasn't just that these sold, it was how fast people started treating sales momentum like proof. After the honeymoon wore off, did it still earn the repeat buy? Did it stay boring when you got lazy, rushed, or carried it all week? Or did it quietly start costing you excuses? Because one of these dominators kept showing up everywhere. Same recommendation, same confidence, same line like it was settled law. And I kept waiting for it to land for me the same way. It just never sat right with me. Maybe yours has been perfect. Maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. I just know I stopped trusting it like people told me to. Which one dominated your wallet, and which one made you stare at the receipt? I'm Steve, and I'm still not sure I'd bet on it.